Hi everyone! I'm here today to share with you on how to grow tomatoes from tomato clippings. I took clippings from my own cherry tomato outside and I started growing them. I'm trying to grow an indoor garden this year. I've never done it before, and I haven't even done a hardcore gardening until this year too. I just started just a little bit outside because I just wanted to start something. And this year I found that I could do indoor gardening, so I wanted to do that too. And so I took clippings from my own cherry tomato and started planting. This one's about 3 weeks old, and these are just a few days old from the clippings that I took. And they're doing really good. And I wanted to show you today on how to take this, take clippings from your tomato and grow them yourself so you can do the same and start growing indoors. The coolest thing about this is as they grow through the winter time, you can just plant them right directly into the garden next year after you, of course, harden them off, or you go ahead and just continue to grow them in your pots. It's all up to you. Hardening off is when you let your plant get used to the environment that it's in. Sticking them directly out in the yard when they've been inside will really do a number on them. So you want to make sure that they get used to being outside and have the time to get used to the climate and that before you plant them in your garden. So that is one thing that I intend to do next year. I'm hoping that all goes well. Of course, this is my first year for indoor gardening, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, come with me outside and I'll show you how I did it. Thank you.
All right, here I am out in my big, huge, this is just one cherry tomato plant, okay? This is with that compost tea, and no, I did not trim it down, but after I planted it and after it's gotten this big, I have come to learn, that you can go ahead and trim back your tomato plants so that the energy goes right back into the fruit and not into growing. Of course, I have tons of tomatoes on this one, and it's growing just fine, but I think next year I'll go ahead and concentrate on doing the clippings to see if that will put more energy into the fruit than in this big, huge bush. So anyway, let me pull you up closer and we're going to show you how to grab the clippings from the suckers that come from your tomato plant. Here's one. So we go up close and I want to show you this. This is a sucker right here. It's grown straight up. It's a beautiful sucker. We're going to clip this one off right here at the base with the clean scissors, and then we'll take this leaf off, this leaf off, and this leaf off. And the reason why we take so much off is I'm going to plant most of this in the pot, and then on top of it, by having such few leaves, it can concentrate on its roots instead of the leaves. So there is one. You can even do a little tiny one if you want. There's a little tiny one. I like to do a little bit bigger because by planting a bigger one, you're going to plant it up to about right here. By doing that, you're going to have a nice stem that's going to have a nice root system, so that when you go ahead and plant your tomato, it's going to be nice and strong for you instead of weak like a lot of plants are. When you take a tomato plant, you bury a lot of the stem so that it can be sturdy. By doing this from the very beginning, you got a nice sturdy plant. So I'm going to take a few of these clippings and then I'm going to show you what I do with them, okay? Alright, so here I have my clippings, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these and just clip them right off. I'm even going to clip off the flowers because I don't want it concentrating on the fruit. I want it concentrating on the roots. So what I've done is I have a little bit of a diluted compost tea, just very little. I dipped it last time and it seemed to work real good, so I'm going to dip it again, and then I'm going to take my pot, see which one I want to stick this in, and just stick it in there. So here I go. This is potting soil, and so I'm going to just stick it in there all the way down as far as I can. So that it'll have a nice root. So there you go. There's one. Okay. Then I'm going to take another one. Let's see. Here's another tall one. Clip off all. Here's a sucker right here. I'm going to clip that sucker right off. Also the fruit right here. You see there's a fruit right here. I'm going to take that off. And then I have a little bit of floral right here. I'm going to clip that off too. And so I'm again going to stick that here. I'm going to dip it in my little water, diluted compost, and again I'm going to plant it in my soil that I have, potting soil. Okay. Then I have 3 more, so I'm just going to go ahead and take those and plant them in as well. So let me take care of this and talk to you in a bit. And there you have it, taking clippings from your plant outside and growing new ones. Here's 3 in this one. And then here are the other 2 I grew in separate ones. Now they look a little bit sick, but that's, again, they just got pulled from their mom, and some of their leaves got taken off, some of their fruit got taken off, and now they're trying to grow on their own. What we want to do next is to go ahead and put them in indirect light. Do not put them in direct light. It will not do them any good right now. They need to go ahead and establish themselves. So that's what you want to do, is to make sure that they establish themselves real well before you do that. Indirect light, just off to the side of your window so that they're getting the light that they need, but not direct. And you'll see them perk up within about maybe a few days, maybe even a week. Sometimes you'll lose 1 or 2 or a few more. But don't worry, you can plant more, or you can go ahead and see how many pulled through. I planted 5. I'm guessing maybe half will survive. I don't know. We'll see. Out of these, this big one here, I planted 2 at the time, and 1 survived and 1 didn't. And I took it out and I put 3 more. So far, within a few days, they're going good. We got this one, little one here, and this one back here, and it's growing well. We'll see. Maybe in a week they won't like it and they'll die off. But that's the key, is to go ahead and plant more than you need, so then that way, if they die off, you still have some that will pull through. And of course, do it now so that if it doesn't quite work, you can go ahead and pull off a few more clippings and try again, but they do work. I accidentally pulled this one up thinking it wasn't going to live, and I saw little roots on it, so it does work. Try it, enjoy, and grow an indoor garden. What do you got to lose, especially if you already have plants in your home? Why not grow things that you can eat the fruit off of? And I really appreciate you watching my videos. Please comment, please subscribe if you want to. And if there's any questions or something that you'd like to see more on, let me know, and I'll see what I can do and get the information for you. In my next video, I hope to show you about hot sauce tea and other ideas about different kinds of teas that you can spray, or a root drench for your plants to keep them healthy. Also, I am going to do another video to show you my layout of my backyard, because I wanted to ask you a question about where to plant my raspberries and my blackberries, and also my red currant. And that will be in my next video too. So soon, there will be more to come. You take care and have a wonderful day.